After months of fighting, state leaders announced today they've come up with a deal for property tax relief.
Breaking down the $18 billion plan, $12 billion would go toward lowering the school property tax rate. Money would also be used to increase the state's homestead exemption to $100,000 compared to the current $40,000. Also, other properties worth $5 million or less would get a break on appraised values under a 3-year pilot program, and savings on the franchise tax as well for some small businesses. Now, as we mentioned, part of that deal was to use billions of dollars to lower the school property tax rate. Well, we wanted to know how that could affect the actual districts.
KXAN's Sarah Alshay answers that question and also explains why some are wondering how sustainable this plan will really be.
$12 billion in state funding dedicated to lowering the school property tax rate. It's part of the $18 billion property tax deal state leaders announced Monday.
As long as that entitlement stays the same, school districts won't see a significant drop or increase in revenue, regardless of what happens with property tax compression.
Dox Gonzalez, division director at the Texas Association of School Boards Governmental Relations, says it's true Texans need property tax relief. But the question here is, will the state be able to sustain this in the future?
If the state is on the hook for more of the public education funding across the state, then if they don't have the money to pay, it might be a little bit harder and would be a little bit harder for school districts to generate that revenue locally.
This announcement comes at a time when Gonzalez says a lot of school districts don't have enough money to deal with inflation.
They've had to cut services, cut programs, not hire new staff, adopt deficit budgets.
One of those districts is the Austin Independent School District. It recently spoke with KXAN about approving a budget with a $52 million deficit.
Costs have continued to rise, and we were hoping for some relief. Unfortunately, that hasn't come as of yet.
Gonzalez says the last time the state increased school funding was in 2019. If that doesn't happen again soon, he says cuts will continue.
It's really going to be hurtful to a lot of districts in terms of the programs they're able to offer to their students. The students are really going to start noticing those programs and services not being available to them.
Sarah Alshay, KXAN News.
Gonzalez also says districts are specifically asking lawmakers to increase the amount of money they receive per student and to also change their funding from being based on attendance rates to enrollment instead. Going in depth on the new property tax relief deal and what it could mean for renters. Texas doesn't give an explicit tax break to renters as several other states do. According to our media partners at the Texas Tribune, tenants make up more than 1/3 of the state's households. You heard Gonzalez mention the term tax rate compression. That's the idea the state would send a certain amount of money to school districts, allowing the school tax rate to go down. Some tax experts and some Texas Republicans have argued renters would benefit from that because landlords wouldn't pass as high a cost of the rising tax bills down to their tenants, therefore resulting in smaller rent increases. Meanwhile, others argue there is no guarantee that a landlord would pass those savings on to their renters.